Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, I'm Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. All right, so this week up on the Sprocket, we are having a pretty interesting episode. So this is the first time we've ever had an episode like this because it really only comes around once a year, and this is going to be our
Yes.
yearly recap episode. And it's actually kind of
We've
works out.
decided it's yearly now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. And so we're going to be going over all the updates from the year, kind of, reminiscing, remembering them, and then also,
And you're really shaking our fist at them.
yeah, remembering them good or bad. And we're going to be talking about them. And also, I mean, it kind of works out perfectly because we started the podcast almost at the beginning of the year. So,
February.
yeah, so we have a pretty good like backlog of everything that's been going on this
Yeah.
year.
We did
So
have to look up for like January though, because we're like, what even happened?
yeah, so we are
Not
going to be
much.
pulling all of the stuff that we're going to be talking about from the OSRS wiki, saving us once again. They actually have a full list of every update for every month, of
So
course.
crazy. I thought we were gonna have to suffer like researching for hours. And I was like, wait, what?
No, they're definitely coming in clutch here. So
Love the
if
wiki.
you want to go and recap any of the stuff that's happened this year, then yeah, you can just go over there and check it out. They have it for every year. So that's kind of cool that they just have
Yeah.
that like archived over there.
And we are only doing like bigger things. So if you are
Yeah.
wondering about more niche things, go check out that list.
Yeah, so like poll blogs or like slight quality life improvements. We're probably not going to be going over those because there's so much stuff
You're
to
gonna
go
be
over
like,
already.
what year and month did they fix that one typo in that one quest?
Yeah, probably.
I must know.
So we're going to be going over all that, and we're going to have a fairly large Q&A at the end of this as well.
We have like 6 questions or something.
Yeah, so we got a lot of questions, some from new people as well, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So we'll be going over all of that in this podcast episode, but of course, before, as always, Michelle, how's it going?
Well.
Yeah. All right, tell me about it.
Oh, so as you all know, for the second week in a row, I set my goal to the GIM gang 1,000. Didn't get it. I've been playing on my main.
Yeah, I was all like, I thought you were actually gonna say that you got it, and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of
No,
crazy.
I was trying to do like the happy voice to sound like excited to trick you all.
Well, it
You've
definitely
been
worked.
bamboozled.
It definitely worked because I thought you were gonna say that you got it, and I'm like, there's no shot
No,
because like she hasn't been playing it that much.
I'm just extra sneaky today.
Okay.
My total level in the GIM is 973. I'm playing the GIM right now. I'm doing
Okay.
agility.
So we just do the
because-
podcast every day for 4 hours a day, then maybe you'll get like caught up.
Why are you being a hater again?
I'm not. I'm just saying
Okay.
if this is this is an easy way
Mm.
to get you to
Mhm.
play the GIM. more.
Yeah. Hater.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun playing on my main. I was playing on my GIM at first, and then I spent like hours working on a quest. I don't even remember. Oh, it was the Taibo and I quest?
Oh, so it burnt you out of playing your GIM entirely as one quest.
No, it didn't burn me out. It's because I spent hours working on it, and I accidentally did the wrong thing with my raw Karambwan, and now I can't finish the quest until I get my fishing up 25 levels. So I was like, well, now I don't know what to do. I'll just go on my main for a little bit because I didn't think I was going to be streaming that much
What?
longer that night.
Well, what do you need your fishing levels for?
They give you one free raw Karambwan, but if you don't use it correctly or if you burn it, you have to fish for them after.
Oh,
You have one chance, one opportunity, one spaghetti.
what level do you need to? I
Like
thought you could.
65.
I thought you could fish Karambwans like early.
I'm only at 43. If you have high enough fishing, please get it for me.
I know, right? Like I definitely thought it was like
No, it's like 65, I think.
easier. That's weird. Oh wow.
Yeah, 65.
Oh
You're
wow.
even only at 60.
Yeah, I actually did not even know that because you can get raw Karambwanji at level like 20 or something. Like it's
Yeah,
just
the
like
bait's
really
different.
low, or it might even be like level 5. Like it's really low. But it's kind of weird. It's like, why would you? I mean, there's a couple uses for it, but like, why would you really want Karambwanji before level 65?
Yeah, exactly. You could really stock up to be prepared in the future.
That's actually really good to know because I was thinking about like going and farming a bunch of Karambwans, but
You literally cannot.
yeah, literally cannot. I could probably just get to 65 just by getting raw Karambwanji, and
You do have to start the quest, but I think they tell you that pretty early.
yeah.
And it sucks because I wasn't using Wiki for most of it, of course, and then I started getting stuck, so I was using Wiki. And then I would just like read hints and be like, all right, okay, well now I'm just gonna like do it like normal. And should have kept reading the wiki because I accidentally ground the crumb one before. I forgot that you could poison it.
Yeah.
So I didn't make poison crumb one, which I was supposed to do. And now I'm out of a crumb
okay.
one. You literally get one shot.
Wait, so you need the poison Karambwan?
Yeah, you need the poison crumb one, and you're gonna like grind it, and put it on the tip of a spear. It's the whole thing.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It's kind of annoying too because you put it on the spear and you also give this guy an agility potion, and apparently you have to like wait to give him the spear until it's tipped with poison, because I thought you could just give him the poison after and he'd do it, but now apparently I have to go and get like a new spear.
Oh, that's
So
annoying.
yeah, shoulda read it on Wiki, but I didn't want to. I wanted to experience it myself and kind of
No.
played myself.
Yeah, that's relatable.
Yeah. But on the main, I was doing a lot of Calfight Queen.
Yeah, you definitely were.
So-
You did it for like almost an entire week straight.
I mean, I think it was only like 3 streams.
I think it was like 4 days.
Oh, okay. Well, I started out at like 115 probably Calfight Queen kills. I'm at 303 now because I was going to get the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I ended up getting it last night. It's a 1 out of 128 drop, and I wanted to recolor my Slayer helm, but it ended up taking me like nearly
Forever.
200 kills.
Yeah.
And the Calfight Queen is so frustrating because you can only stay for 1 kill at a time. Like, there was a couple times I'd get 2, but most of the time, whenever trying to get 2, I'd have to leave halfway through the fight to be like, oh, all right, never mind, I can't do this.
Yeah. It's
also-
honestly probably one of the most annoying fights just because it has like all of the annoying aspects to it. Like
It hits hard.
It hits hard.
You
It's
could only
hard
stay
to
for
get
1.
to. You can only stay for 1.
Oh yeah, if you don't have the elite done with that shortcut, it's a nightmare to get to.
Yeah.
I don't
Even
know
with
how-
even with the shortcut, it's annoying to get to because
Oh
like
yeah.
there's plenty of bosses, like even like more out of the way bosses like Abyssal Sire, that all you need to do is just like use a fairy ring to get there. But this doesn't even
Yeah.
have that. You just have to like run.
There's a fairy ring in the desert, and then you have to run over. And you
Yeah.
have to have your agility at 86 to use this one little, what's it called, shortcut?
Yeah.
Oh, my agility I actually got up. It was at 85. So for like 100 of those kills, actually like most of the kills, all except for 3, I believe, my agility had to be boosted every time.
Why didn't you just go get the 1 level for
Because
for
the 1 level
agility?
took me 3 hours.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
fine.
do that. And I did it like kind of AFK yesterday, so it took me more like 5 hours.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
so instead of getting agility on your GIM, you got it on your main?
yes,
Dang, that's brutal.
only 1 level, which would be
Which
like
took 3
17 levels
hours.
on this.
Yeah. In your own words, took you several hours.
Yeah, but I was using summer pies to boost every single trip at the beginning because I just had a lot of summer pies anyway. I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But then I ended up getting in. It was much, much faster. But I only had to kill it 3 times yesterday, and I got it at the beginning of the stream. It was sick.
Yeah, that's actually super exciting.
Yeah, because the first day I was like just trying like normal. Okay, it was 3 days doing it. Because then the second day I was like, oh, I'm over 128 kills and like I'm for sure gonna get on this stream. And I did not.
Yeah.
And then yesterday I got at the beginning. It was great.
Yeah, that's nice because, yeah, you were working on it for quite a while.
Yeah. Saying like just a couple days doesn't sound like long, but some of those streams were pretty long.
Yeah, if that's, I mean,
That's at least 8 hours.
it doesn't
there.
sound that long to like regular people, like regular humans. Actually, no, I feel like it actually sounds longer to regular humans and like not that long to us.
I was just gonna say it was over 8 hours. It's probably like 10 or 12 hours.
Yeah, so yeah, that's funny. It's definitely not a little bit of time,
Yeah,
especially
no.
because like that's over 10 hours of like actually grinding.
Yeah, but I've got the most beautiful Slayer helm now. It's like one of my favorites that aren't related to the combat achievements, you know.
Yeah,
And remember, even whenever they were talking about how they're updating it to look prettier, I remember being like, "Yo, that Calfight Queen one though."
yeah, I think that's something you've always looked forward to. So it's really nice that
Yes.
you actually finally have it.
And I'm so excited, and now I kind of want to get more Slayer helm recolors.
Oh, yeah, just do it.
Yeah, so I was trying last night to get to Skatizo because Skatizos, they drop the Dark Claw, and that's what you use for the Slayer helm, and it's a 1 out of 25 drop, and I have 24 kills, so I was like, I don't know, kind of unlikely, but would be kind of cool if I actually got it on the 25th.
Yeah, it's actually so rare.
Oh, yeah. And I only have 1 totem piece missing, but I was not able to get another totem piece.
You should just go. You should honestly just go bursting for like a couple hours, and you get plenty of totem pieces.
Not even on task.
Yeah.
That's true. I could do that. But I was trying to also get a lot of points because I was thinking I could go to King Black Dragon because that would probably be a lot faster than Calfight Queen. I could actually stay for multiple kills.
Yeah, that's true. You honestly, that boss, you don't stay for a lot of kills. I remember when I did it, I think,
Calfight?
no, KBD.
Oh, yeah.
Because the only time I've ever done it is on task, and whenever I'm there, I mean, I'm not experienced at KBD, but whenever I'm there, I like would barely get like 5 kills, like
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying
barely.
I'd get a lot. I know one of the harder combat achievement things is to stay there for 10 kills in a row, and I've not been able to do that. But I think it'd still be faster than Calfight because it'd be more than 1 kill a trip.
No, anything's faster than Calfight.
Even
Because
Skatizo might be faster than Calfight.
yeah, because it's literally just 1 kill. It actually takes so long,
Yeah, exactly.
and also she like messes you up, so it's actually pretty easy to die there, even if you're like experienced.
Yeah, I died 5 times on one of the days. Once I died, I went to reclaim my stuff, and right after I picked up the last thing, I died again.
Nice.
So thank God I picked up the last thing, though.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky.
That was very, very lucky. But it was cool. Now I feel like very experienced there. I was kind of hoping I'd get the pet too, but whatever.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. That's one.
That would have
That's,
been nutty.
that's one of the cooler pets, I think, because I think you can like metamorphose it so that
Yeah.
it's in flight or like regular form.
Maybe it's just because I've become very bitter at Calfight Queen, but I don't even like that pet that much.
Oh, really?
That just sounds bitter of me, huh?
I think it's really cool because it's like one of the only, maybe even the only one that can metamorphose without like a metamorphic dust, like the
I do like
raids
that
one.
it can do that, yeah, because I really like the fly version of it.
Yeah, like the raids one is really cool because it's actually like 4 or 5 pets in one or whatever. But
I know that one's nutty.
yeah, but you have to get the metamorphic dust for it to like do
And
that
the
at all.
nightmare, you have to get something too, huh?
Yeah, the
And you have to
nightmare
do
you
Fasani.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It would have been cool to get the pet, obviously, but the longer I was there and the more I had to look at her dumb Calfight body,
Her dumb Calfight body.
the more I was like, you're not even that cool looking.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've realized, I mean, obviously, I just like more of the cute pets.
Yeah, like
The cute fluffy ones that I'm like, I
like
want to hug you.
You'd way rather have a baby Chinchompa.
Oh my god, I want a Chinchompa in real life.
Well, yeah, of course, but
Yes.
a baby.
You mean in real life,
Chinchompa.
right? A baby Chinchompa in real life, and I get to love it.
Yeah.
And it just like sleeps in my sweater.
You know they exist, right?
Stop.
Just the chinchillas.
We should get a chinchilla. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's what they are.
I think that's like super illegal, but
No, chinchillas are illegal.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a friend who had a chinchilla and they're so soft.
Yeah,
This was when I was like in the 6th grade.
I think they're technically like the softest animals. Like I don't know how they measure it, but yeah, I think they're like supposed to be the softest animals.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I know people make like coats out of them, which is dark.
Yeah. People make coats out of everything.
Fair. People make coats out of humans.
Yeah, I mean they make coats out of leather, which is like actually not a
The
really
skin,
comfortable.
it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not a very comfortable product, but
Leather's not comfortable at all.
yeah,
But-
you know, so funny. Random story. I remember
Okay.
one time when I was like 17 or 16, me and my parents went to like this random leather store. I don't know. We didn't even plan on going there. I don't think.
Okay.
And like I was just like trying out jackets, and I ended up getting like a jacket, like as a present, like a leather
Stop.
jacket.
How old were you?
I was like 16 or something like that. It was like so weird. I never wore it, like literally ever.
Was it like a full trench coat like the Matrix? That's what
No,
I'm
no, it was like
imagining.
it was like a biker jacket.
Oh, you were a biker as a 16-year-old?
No, not even close, which just makes it even
You
weirder.
guys should see pictures of him as a 16-year-old. He looked like such a nerd.
Yeah, it was honestly one of the weirdest things I've ever like done, but whatever.
They were trying to make you cool.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
like,
know- I
this
don't-
jacket will change everything.
I don't know why my parents were so down to get me this leather jacket when I was so young.
What a weird flex.
Yeah, I mean, even I might have been 18, but either way, like I don't think the age really matters. It's still just like kind of weird.
It's very not you.
Yeah, no, not at all. Especially because like I like jackets, but I never wear them, so I feel like they should have known that.
Yeah. I've gotten him like one jacket in the entirety of our relationship over 3 years. And you have not worn it in like 2 years, except for the other week you wore it at Disneyland.
Yeah,
And only because you couldn't find a different jacket that's your once in a million jackets.
yeah.
He's not a jacket person.
I really like the style of jackets. Like
Yeah, you like the layering.
Yeah, I think like accessorizing with jackets is really cool, and I think jackets are like some of the most accessorizable like pieces of a wardrobe, which is why I like them so much. But I like just
You run
I run
hot.
hot. Like
Yeah.
like always, even when I was like, I don't know, like lighter and like way more fit, I was still like just always hot for some
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Lighter.
Yeah, because like I know a lot of people think like because like if you are like a heavier person, you like are hotter, and that's not always the
No,
case.
I feel like I've always run hot my entire life.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just weird like that. So I really only have like one jacket. Shout out Arc'teryx. They make really good outdoor clothing, and so
See, like how is my jacket that I got him from like Tilly's 3 years ago gonna compare to Arc'teryx?
well, it's a Vans jacket. It's not like it's a bad jacket.
Yeah, it's a nice jacket.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
But
But
anyway,
I have no idea how we got on this conversation.
chinchillas,
Chinchillas.
chinchampas.
Yeah. What else did you do on your account before we start talking about like the rest of our clothes?
I don't know. I don't think I did anything else really. I did worked on my wood cutting and fire making on the GIM a little bit too. I still can't go to Wintertop. I don't want to anyway, so that's fine. And I got up my agility to 53 while we were talking about leather jackets.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, I really don't have much happening right now. Just work. Oh, I also tried point boosting for the first time for Slayer.
Oh yeah, Michelle had never even tried point boosting or like
I never
really
thought
heard
about
of it
it.
or anything.
I think I heard about it, but I was like, why would we even do that? And now I understand.
Yeah, and the only reason is because I was doing it on my GIM.
No, I wasn't gonna do it. Someone told me to on stream, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, Robert was doing that too."
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So I did that on my GIM.
yeah. So let me explain real quick. Point boosting, if you don't know, is so if you do Slayer, if you're familiar with Slayer, you probably know that every 10th Slayer task you get like bonus points.
Yeah, every 10th, 50th, 100th, like
Et cetera, et
every
cetera.
every larger milestone, you'll get like a significant amount of points. Like the difference between
Oh,
it
like
is
when you
like
get your 500th kill, you get nearly 1,000 points from Konar.
yeah.
It's
So instead of like getting like 5 to 10 points for a task, you'll get several hundred,
Yeah, it's amazing.
depending on who you go to.
Yeah, obviously.
Which is the
the
entire-
higher they are,
Which
better
is the
points.
entire concept of point boosting.
Yes. So for 1 through 9, I've been going to Turail or whoever's in Berthorpe. I don't know how to say his name.
I just call him Terrail.
Turail. Been going to Turail. He doesn't award any points, which
No.
is kind of nutty.
Terrail and Spria, the new one, don't reward any points.
I didn't know that they didn't award any points. I tried Turail and I was like, he doesn't reward any points. I'm gonna go to his daughter, and I went to Spria and she also doesn't reward any points. I'm
Yeah.
like, this family sucks.
I think the first boss that actually rewards points is like Machesna, which is the one in Canifis.
Oh yeah, okay. But I realized that it doesn't matter that I'm not getting points because these tasks, some of them literally last me just a minute.
Oh yeah, you blow through them so even on my GIM, like when you get assigned birds, like it's like a 10-minute task.
It's really cool. So I'm just like within 30 minutes or so, just getting like 90 points because then I get to go to these big tasks. But some of the big tasks obviously could take like an hour.
Yeah, and it's like it does have its downsides, right? Because like one, you're not getting anything of value from these lower level enemies.
I got a couple Renars.
Yeah, exactly. Like you'll get the casual Renar here and there, but it's still not very worth it. It's actually still not bad on GIMs because you do get like random herbs and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
in GIM, I actually would have kept a lot of the stuff I was getting. And
Yeah.
I would have been able to bury all the bones.
But a lot of times you'll get like really like just dumb tasks like cows or birds, which are just completely useless, or dogs, which are also useless.
I don't like the dog task. That one actually takes me a little bit.
Yeah, that one's annoying. I just do the guard dogs in Hosidius.
Oh, I do the jackals in the desert because they're lower level.
Oh yeah, and there's more of those. I just
Yeah.
go to Hosidius because I don't like dealing with the desert heat.
You start dying of thirst.
Yeah, exactly.
It's easy on like my main because I have 99 hit points, so I'm
Yeah.
not worried about it. But my GIM, I would not go there.
yeah, exactly.
But but one thing that I actually really like, one of the tasks is sometimes assigned skeletons, which I can do in Current because, like I said, this is all a really roundabout way of me trying to get more totem pieces while also getting points for Slayer helms.
Oh yeah. Wait,
So,
there's
yeah.
skeletons in Corinne?
Yeah.
Oh,
There are-
that's weird.
every single thing I was getting, I was looking at to be like, this isn't in Corinne, right? I'm like, Corinne, catacombs, cows.
I might do that too then, because when I was
You
getting
should.
skeletons, I was just going to Varrock Sewer.
No,
and
yeah.
Those are pretty useless.
Yes. You should just go to Corinne and then maybe potentially you'll get a totem piece.
Yeah, maybe
I
I'll
haven't
get a
gotten
totem
one
piece.
yet, but
I
I'm
mean,
still holding out hope.
I think the stuff that Skatizo drops is actually really good for GIMs.
They're good for everyone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think like most things are good for GIMs, but like especially him because I feel like he drops like a lot of like rune items like really commonly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should totally do that next time
Yeah.
you're doing it. Just go to Corinne as much as you can, honestly. Now you can
Yeah.
make prayer
I
potions especially.
I want to, but like because I'm like point boosting and stuff like that, I only have one opportunity every 10 to go there
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like only point boosting because I need so many points right now
Yeah.
that it's just like I'm
Oh,
only
who are
point
you going
boosting
to for your bonuses?
Konar.
Okay. So I actually am not going to Konar for my bonuses. I forgot to say that part because I was talking about it in the stream and I was advised to go to Durdell because he assigns more tasks that can be done in Corinne. And I only
Yeah,
got like 3 tasks from him last night, but all of them could be done in Corinne. So it's actually kind of nice. It's not as much
yeah,
points, but I'm
exactly.
fine with that. I already have 2,000 points. I just want to get as much as I can because I want all the Slayer helms.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like if I was worrying just about points, I would go to what I'm going to, which is Konar,
Hmm.
but obviously
If you're on your
you
main, you might not be doing the same thing.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I don't know. It depends.
I already have a lot of points, so
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. Whenever I get to like the 100th, though, I might go to Konar.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah.
big numbers.
Because Konar gives so many points, but for anyone that doesn't know, Konar,
Yeah, we should tell
you
though.
need 75 combat in order to go to Konar. And then once you go to Konar de Maten in Kurul Mountain, she assigns not just mobs, but mobs in very specific places.
Yeah, so a lot of time you'll be like, "Oh, this one task that I love in Corinne," and she'll be like, "But go and do it in this random dungeon in Prifddinas."
Yeah, exactly. So it's definitely not ideal for most cases.
If you're trying to get Skatizo, like totem pieces, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, I think overall she's like probably like third most desired. Like it's definitely
Hmm.
Duradel, Neve, and then Konar as far as like
Yeah.
pretty much everything I've ever seen. So
I still love Konar. Still go to her for like the 100th, I think. But yeah, right now I really want totem pieces because it'll be my 25th kill, and it's crazy unlikely that I'd get it on the 25th kill, but I'm hopeful. And then at least afterwards, I could say, well, now I'm over the drop rate. I should get it any time.
yeah, 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 exactly. It's so funny the drop rate thing.
Yeah, I don't like to think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing, I put out another video. Shout out Alfresco for editing my video.
Yeah, thanks Alfresco. It was actually really well done, so I'm
It's very
glad.
well done. Thank you. It's a
Yeah.
Bria Fita guide if anyone wants to go check it out.
Yeah.
And we got so sidetracked talking about mine only. I wanted to see, how are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Doing pretty well. So I've been not playing my main at all. So I've been just like playing the main to play at and like fight the Vires so I can get some more money for the bond giveaways and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
that's pretty much it, honestly.
We've spent so much money on this now.
Yeah. What's actually funny, I think this is probably an update from last week, but on my main, I actually got enough money from blood shards that I was able to buy a Dragon Hunter cross
Heck yeah.
and do a bunch of
Warcath.
Vorkath, yeah.
Nice.
So I actually made like quite a bit of money. I made like 9 mil there and like
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, like 50 kills or something. Like it was like a lot.
That's sick.
Yeah, a lot more than normal. And so I was able to do that on the main, just like constantly still
Mm-hmm.
killing stuff on the like Firewatch. And I think I'm almost at or over 25,000 Vires killed, so that's pretty
My
cool, I guess.
god.
Yeah. And so besides that though, on my GAM, I've just been like playing pretty decent amount. Like I think I am like not even like I don't think it's like even close to being disputed, but I play like more than anyone else in the group
Yeah.
and have like gotten I guess further, but I don't know, it's kind of we're kind of like focusing on different stuff. Like there's still like I haven't even done Monkey Madness 1 and Alfresco had that done for a
Fresco
while.
did all these quests so early. It's actually
Yeah.
insane.
And also, yeah, like Soul Wars and stuff like that. I think
Oh yeah, you did Soul Wars.
yeah, I think uh Darko had been doing some Soul Wars, so it's funny how like other people influence your group so much even
Mm-hmm.
when like you're not directly playing together because if Alfresco hadn't gotten underground pass done so
You wouldn't have
early.
probably realized it was so possible.
Yeah, I might not have like seeked out finishing underground pass
Yeah.
as well.
Whenever I found out that they did it too, I was like, wait, we can already do it?
Yeah, because underground pass, for anyone that doesn't know, rewards Ivan's staff, which is
Yeah, significant.
probably easily the best reward or the best magic attack that you can get for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can hit up to like 31s or something
Oh
like
my
that,
God.
which is just like way higher than like Fire Blast or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I actually went through, and I guess that's part of the update. I like knocked that out. I didn't really do many quests or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. You've been scaling a lot, huh?
Yeah, I was just like getting up my skills, and I think the only quest I really did was just a few to unlock um the
Underground pass?
the underground pass. Yeah, and then like I was looking at doing a couple so that I could unlock because I've been doing quite a bit of Slayer as well.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at the stuff in order to unlock mostly harmless and get my Slayer mask or Slayer helmet and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Which is also why I was talking to you the other day about unlocking 55 crafting so I can actually make a Slayer helm.
Nice.
But so I'm kind of setting my sights on that, but like not too much.
It's a long goal.
Yeah. Besides that, I've just been like I've been playing like a lot of New World recently, so I've been AFKing my account more.
Oh, yeah, and you put out a New World video too, right?
I did, yeah. So I've been AFKing my account a lot more, so I got like a bunch of mining levels which I had been putting off. I'm doing agility right now, which is nice.
It's funny you're talking about influencing each other. I was doing woodcutting until I saw that he was working on agility, and it reminded me like, oh yeah, I should work on agility.
Yeah, it's funny how that works with GIMs because
Yeah.
like even like while I'm on my GIM, if I see like Alfresco this morning got a Snapdragon seed drop, I'm like kind of just like wondering like, oh, what are they doing?
What is Alfresco always doing to get these crazy things?
Yeah, I'm like, what are they doing to do this? Like maybe I should be doing that too.
Oh, also, shout out to Ninja. They finally joined our group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ninja Knight over on the stream
Yes.
finally finished moving. So
we now have a full group of 5.
yeah, we do have
You
a
know,
full
Darko
group of
hasn't
5.
logged in a while.
I know Darko has not logged in a while.
Like,
Kind
bro,
of
did you quit?
unfortunate.
I hope that they didn't quit.
I hope so. I mean, I was also thinking like I'm not contemplating this, or I was just like thinking of it like separately, but I was like,
Mhm.
at what point would we start like removing people from the group?
I would check with them and be like, hey, I wouldn't just remove them. I'd be like, did you still want to play this? Because if you're going to quit, then I'll remove you. But if you are just taking a break, then I won't remove you.
No, yeah, but like I was thinking to myself, like at what point, like after a month,
I'd
2
probably
months,
wait a month and then ask them and be like, are you still playing? Because they could just be playing when we're not online.
Yeah,
And also, it's the holidays right now. They could just be busy.
yeah, true. So
I think
it's-
Darko listens. So, Darko, let us know. Are you
Yeah.
still playing?
I'm definitely not like super concerned about it, but I was like thinking like, I wonder like when is like an appropriate time to like think about removing someone from the group? Because I mean,
I'd wait
I
a
go on
month and then
breaks
ask
too.
them.
Yeah, I go on like several week breaks and stuff like that, so it's not like
I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, we could always ask them and they could be like, no, I'm still playing. I'm just taking a break. And we'll be like, all right.
Yeah, yeah. That was just funny. I was like thinking about that yesterday.
No, I thought about it too before. Now that we have more people other than just me and you, I was like, oh, this could potentially be a thing.
Yeah, because I really don't mind if like someone does like, even if I gave them a bunch of gear, like if I gave them like a whip and we're all like kitted out and stuff, and they ended up just not playing anymore, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
It'd
I mean, you
be-
could always ask them to put it back in the inventory.
Yeah, it would just give us like an opportunity to get another player in, which would be nice as well.
We're just going and training everyone and getting them all geared up and be like, all right, you're free now.
You're free. No, they'll just. I think they only have 2 options. They either join another group, turn Iron Man, or lose all their gear.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, it's kind
Oh.
of funny.
One other thing that happened is Christmas.
Oh, Christmas did happen.
Yes, we both got each other RuneScape gifts.
We did. I
So-
got Michelle the easy clue reward of mole slippers, but IRL.
They're the cutest thing ever. They're very comfortable. I keep wearing them with big socks though, so I'm probably stretching them out too much. I need to stop doing that.
That's fine.
They're so cute. There's a picture of them up on our Twitter, Bunebapeosrs, if anyone wants to see. I'm absolutely in love with them. And I got Robert one of those LED lights that everyone's probably seen
It's
on
an
Reddit.
LED light that looks like a neon sign that you'd find in like a restaurant or something.
Yeah, and it's of the overhead mage prayer.
Yeah, so it looks like a giant like meteor.
It looks sick. But he told me afterwards he probably wouldn't have chosen mage, and I was like, dang
Yeah, I told her I probably would have chose a melee just
I
because
thought you would have chosen range
a
and melee
sword.
second
I feel
or
like a
melee
sword is
last.
like just so much more like identifiable.
I thought it was too identifiable. I wanted it to be more something like niche that people would be like, "What is that?"
No,
But
I
it looks
think
cool.
most people are like, I would have liked the melee just because like kind of the
It's obvious.
opposite. Because people were
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of like a cool light up sword.
Yeah. So we had two different ways of thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was too obvious.
yeah, it's cool either way.
I
But
totally thought melee would have been your last choice though. It was between this and ranged.
oh yeah, that would have
Yeah.
been cool. Or also like just thinking about it now, I feel like vengeance would have been really cool. But that's obviously not a
Ooh.
prayer. That's just a spell.
I mean, that would be sick. I think that they make custom ones.
Yeah.
This could be something cool to potentially get you as a gift again in the future.
But also, for people might confuse vengeance for something else because I think it's just a red skull, which is also like a supervillain in like the Marvel universe.
I
So
mean, it's also just emo and I love it.
yeah, of
So
course.
as long as it looks like the RuneScape style, like it looks like it'd be pixelated in a game, then we good.
Yeah. I guess it's probably better that's an overhead though because I've never actually ever casted the spell Vengeance.
Just wait till you go to Calify Queen.
I don't have enough mage. You need like 90 mage to cast it.
Dang. All right, I got high mage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to get something that we use because they do have like the Elysian's shield and it looks amazing. But I was like, it just feels wrong because we don't have it.
Yeah. I've never used an Elysian.
Yeah, and they had like the hardcore Iron Man one, and I was like, well, I can't get this either.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as my Iron Man goes, I almost got to my goal. I think my goal was really ambitious last week.
Oh, it was massive, yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to get to 1250 total, and as of right now, I'm 1217.
You're actually really, really close though.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this yesterday because I feel like I could have got there and like gotten my skills up if I really wanted to.
But you've been playing New
But
World too.
yeah, there's that, and also I felt like it was just like worth it more to focus on the stuff that I want to get done and that is more important
Yeah,
than
like
just to like level up some
just to get a
skills for
level.
the flex.
See, that's why my GIM's literally my just for funsies. If I don't want to do something on it, I'm not going to do it. Why do you think my construction is still like 9?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Well, I mean, I only got my construction from Temporos and stuff
My
like that.
construction's actually 20. What? How did that happen?
Yeah, from Temporos.
No. I think that most of it's from Quest. I do need to get to
yeah,
21.
probably.
I still don't have that Fossil Island bank. I still can't even make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 21. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny, actually.
Someday.
That's not very high at all.
It's not, and I still am not able to do it. So I have to really check what's happening whenever I go to Fossil Island and be like, oh, I'm not forgetting anything, right?
Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited now that you told me what's blocking you from Shiloh Village because now I kind of want to
Go get Grum one.
go and do Temporos till 65, which is
Yeah.
only 5 levels for me.
And you get so much stuff from Temporos too.
Yeah, and then like go and actually do the do Karambwans because
You should, and then you could give me one.
Karambwans is a really good food source. It sucks because like
It's
I
my
want
main food source on my main.
yeah, the thing is I want to do that and I feel like it's not a bad idea,
Mm-hmm.
but also like just buying food is so much faster and like just saves so much time in the short term
Yeah.
that I might just want to do that instead because like you can buy the potatoes from the Warriors Guild and they heal for 16, which I think is the same amount as a Karambwan.
Yeah. I still am just broke. I only have like 11,000 gold.
Well, they only cost 10 gold.
Oh, wow.
Or
Okay.
I think maybe 4 gold. Like it's like nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, but it'd be good to get cooking experience. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
no,
fast
yeah.
too.
That's the thing is
I
it's-
could help you. You could always put some in the group and we could both do it.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's not a bad idea because one, it would get at my fishing obviously, and also my cooking, which is how I got my cooking to like 90 whatever it is on my main.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not a bad idea, and Karambwans are really easy to farm. So
And if you get tons, you can just put them in the group and we'll like all just make them and we'll have them done like mega fast.
yeah, exactly.
True.
And
Could
then
be a group effort.
that'll like lead up to me being able to unlock and start fishing for anglers, which I think anglers are like
Ooh.
one of the easiest things to fish because it's
Really?
right next to a bank.
And they heal for like over, right?
Yeah, they overheal
Oh,
based on your
yes.
total health.
Love
so
it. I was taking those to Calify Queen too, for sure.
yeah, they're definitely good. Do you have 99 health?
I do.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They heal for a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially
No.
if you're
I would be
99.
120 whenever I was heading to the Calify Queen. It was great.
Yeah. It's
Still would
really
die.
good.
She
Of
hits
course.
so hard.
Yeah, sometimes she can stack you out really easily.
Oh yes, but yeah. What else has been happening on your account?
Oh yeah, totally sidetracked. Besides that, I
I'm
guess
like, this year in review is gonna start a little late.
one of the biggest things on my account is I unlocked the Dragon Defender. So that was something
Oh
that I
yeah.
was really working on going into last week. And so I AFK'd at Sand Crabs, got 65 attack, 65 strength because you need 130 to enter the Warriors Guild. And then I jumped in and spent by far the longest amount of time I've ever spent
Oh my god, he was there
at the
forever.
Warriors Guild on any of my accounts, even possibly combined.
Jeez.
Because it even tracked it in the loot tracker. I had over 4,400 coins from the mini games that allow you to enter into the actual dungeon to get your
And it
defenders.
usually takes like 1,000 or something, right?
Yeah, almost every time before, it's taken me between 1 and 2,000, which is obviously, like I said, I think I might have spent more time on this account in there than both my other accounts combined.
Yeah, no, he was there for an extremely long time. But he's
Yeah.
gonna be making a video on like a guide on how to get the Dragon Defender if anyone's curious.
Yeah, I'll make a pretty
It's
easy
gonna be
guide so you can
a
follow
lot
along.
of footage to go through though.
Yeah, it took me, I think, like 13 hours or something like that.
Oh
Like
my god.
it was a really, really long time. It sucked really bad.
Yikes.
But what's nice, I guess one silver lining is that I went from 60 defense to 64, almost 65 defense.
Nice.
So now I'm 65 defense. I'm actually 65 all combat except for or all melee combat, I should say.
Yes.
And on top of that, I got my ranged to 61.
Nice.
Got my and I was point boosting so that I was able to unlock broad bolts. So now I actually have broad bolts
Oh
unlocked.
yeah.
And I got my fletching up so that now I can
Make broad bolts.
make broad bolts. So I actually spent I didn't realize how expensive broad bolts are, or I
Mhm.
might have waited, because they're like 5,500 gold for 100 broads.
What?
Yeah, it's a lot.
What? What?
Yeah,
Why?
so I ended up getting like 800 broads, and so I'm just gonna use them for like more difficult tasks. And that was
Yeah, save him.
also like such a pain on a totally different like note,
Oh, getting the
because
fletching up?
no, getting that last task I was on when I was point boosting, my task for the boost from Konar was 140 black demons in Taverley, which are level 179.
You were there for like 8 hours.
I was there for 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not even joking, he was there the entire time I was streaming for 2 nights.
Yeah, like I was AFKing them, but still, it took like actually like 2 days
That was
to actually do that one task.
so brutal. Oh my god.
Yeah, so I got, I think, 6 or 7 ranged levels using the Dorgeshen crossbow there.
Because you were there forever.
Yeah, I went from like 54 to 60 or something like that.
God.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So now I also went and killed Crazy Archaeologist for the first time.
Oh yeah. Dang, we have a
And-
lot of account updates. Maybe we should have done the year in review idea.
Yeah, and so I got the Amulet of Power, which is a really nice drop. It's
Hey.
it's exactly like the Glory, except no teleport,
Yep.
which is huge because it's
The
just
glory
like
is really good, actually.
way better than any other necklace I have.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives me a +6 strength bonus, which is like crazy because
That's
that's
significant.
+6 over 0.
Yeah.
So yeah, so quite a few updates. I was even able to get 2 rune crossbows from the archaeologist, which is crazy because I'd never been there, and I think it's like a 1 out of 30 or something like that. And I
Mhm.
actually got it on like the 10th kill, so I got pretty lucky.
Dang.
And so now we have crossbows, rune bolts.
I didn't know that you got rune crossbows.
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited.
got a bunch of stuff. So that's actually, I didn't realize how much I actually got done on the account, but that's actually pretty cool. So
Sick.
I think that's all the updates, though. I don't think there's any other random things I did.
One little in real life update too. We had to pause the podcast because my laptop just
Michelle's
broke.
laptop battery just exploded.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
He didn't tell me what happened because he didn't want to freak me out. He was like, turn it off and move it away. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
So
How does that even happen?
unfortunate. We're gonna have to somehow get another computer.
I'm so freaked out right now. You didn't tell me that's what happened.
Yeah. So
I thought it was just like something. Well, now I don't know what I thought happened. Oh my god, what?
yeah. So That's a funny real life update. We're gonna have to get
What a
another
fun time.
computer for Michelle,
I mean,
but
I have my old
that's
laptop
pretty
that I
exciting.
thankfully never sold.
Yeah, thankfully.
God.
So, oh well, at least your other laptop can play RuneScape as well.
I can't. It just exploded?
Yeah,
Why?
just probably because it got hot.
It gets hot and it just explodes? Okay. Anyway.
Well, I think it is under warranty, so we'll try to see if we can return it.
Yeah, that seems sketchy. That seems like not a good computer if it just explodes like that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that's happened.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, I guess that's all for updates. So we can actually move on to
This
the
year review.
in-year review for OSRS and everything that's happened this year. So
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
yeah, so we'll probably start with, where the year started.
January.
With, January. So do you want to go and start with January?
Oh, yes. So in January, the 3 main things that we wrote down were the God Wars instancing.
And also, even though these are like the 3 main things that I wrote down,
These aren't the big
these
ones.
are just like random cherry picked things. So I may be skipping over something that was really sick or like really affected you, but I just kind of went with whatever I saw.
It was stuff that, I mean, as selfish as this sounds, stuff that more affects us that we know about.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, even this thing doesn't really affect us, the God War instancing. Like,
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I mean, if you are watching this on YouTube, though, let us know what is like one of your favorite updates.
Yeah,
I
let
think
us
that'd
know
be
your
really
favorites.
cool to see.
For sure.
But I actually also God War's interesting kind of does affect us now because it's specifically for GIMs or for IMs in general.
Oh, yeah.
Because
okay.
for anyone that doesn't know, you could easily crash any Iron Man in the God Wars just by walking up and hitting their boss a single time. And then
so rude.
that would effectively make them leave because
Yeah.
they can't get the loot anymore. So you can easily just like steal their spot. But so that is, sorry to steal your first update.
No,
but that is kind of funny.
I'm totally fine with that. The next thing was the Shades of Morton rework. They just reworked the mini game Shades of Morton.
Yeah, they just changed it a little bit.
Yeah, that like we said, not all these are going to be huge.
Yeah, but we did kind of start off the year with a bang with the next one.
The equipment rebalancing changes. This is when they first introduced it, huh?
Yeah, so that was like the catastrophe where they had the really big update talking about how they're going to nerf like everything in the game pretty much, and how the blowpipe was getting turned to dust.
The blowpipe's still fine.
Yeah, definitely started the year off on kind of a crazy note.
And they're still low-key working on that. Didn't they only just update some of those rebalances last week?
They're still working on some of that.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
My God, it's literally been a year.
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress.
Yeah. So those were the big ones in January. A little crazy, but not really new content crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely not the most wild updates or anything like that. But I guess for February, they actually did add some new stuff, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
So for February, they added the Isle of Souls, which for anyone that doesn't know.
Was it not here at all? Or did they just add stuff to it?
The Isle of Souls wasn't there at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they added the Isle of Souls, which obviously contains Soul Wars, but also has all of the areas next to it. Probably most notable for me is the funny enough, the like little teak tree spot. I really like using that spot. So it's pretty cool. They added that in February. So that's actually right when the podcast started.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first things we covered, or maybe we started right after.
I think we did it right after, because the next thing you're going to mention for February was like the first thing we talked about.
Yeah, so it was OSRS coming to Steam. So it was released in February on Steam, and I think that is the first thing we covered.
It definitely is, because I think like our first episodes were like, oh, there's actually no updates.
yeah, because they were just like releasing it on Steam, and there wasn't really anything to talk about.
Yes. And it's so fun because we were like excited about that, and now we know that we've been advised not to use Steam because we've heard of people getting like accounts hacked and stuff while using Steam.
Yeah, so of course everyone knows that RuneScape has some of the worst account security out of any video game ever made.
Our passwords are literally not even case sensitive.
And so to even top that off, apparently it was like, it maybe still is, I don't really know, but much easier to gain access to someone's Steam account via like their email or something like that, and then gain access to their RuneScape account that way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's still a vulnerability in the system or what, but like a lot of people were like lost their accounts essentially because of
It's
that.
awful.
Yeah,
Coleman,
so
at least we know of, lost their account.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of people. So it's unfortunate,
Maybe don't use
but
Steam.
yeah, maybe don't use Steam. Maybe just use RuneLite like everyone else. I don't know. It's nice that they're bringing the game into the 21st century, kind of,
I think
but
it was just more to get people who don't play it to be like, oh, what's this game?
yeah, exactly. So
But for people
that's
who did
kind
play
of
it,
interesting.
kind of backfired.
Yeah, so we can talk about March, which actually has some of your favorite content in the game. So you can go right
my
into it.
favorite content, Tazar Ket Rex.
Yep, the 6 Jad challenge, your
No.
favorite thing.
That happened, but that is not my favorite. Never tried that. I don't see myself ever trying that, honestly. Maybe
Yeah.
someday.
So they added the Clout Chaser galore, Zarket Rax. So,
Apparently it wasn't enough, and now they're like considering doing the infinite Jads incoming.
yeah, so if you ever are interested in fighting 6 Jads all at once, then now you can.
You've been able to since March.
Yeah, you've been
You
able to
didn't
since
know?
March. They added it.
But what he was talking about, my favorite, I think probably my favorite or one of my favorites this year was Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
Shooting Stars got added. Still upset that they didn't add that weird little alien thing, by the way. Everyone voted no on that, and I'm upset at all of you.
Yeah, for anyone
it
that
was
doesn't
so
know
cute.
what she's talking about, after you would finish mining a star in regular RS, you would reveal like an alien inside of the star that was a vendor for the Stardust.
Yeah, and now we just have to take it to a stupid door for the stupid mining guild.
Yeah.
We could have had a cool alien, because people, I guess, were like, well, it doesn't make sense for this to be in RuneScape. And I'm like, oh, so you have to go and like run past all these doors and unicorns and stuff to go get to the other guy instead? Like, come on.
Yeah, Michelle.
Everything in
it's
RuneScape is fantasy.
not part of the lore.
It's a fantasy game. Anyway, the other one was the bunny event, which was actually very cute.
Yeah, I still think the door shield, like
It is actually great.
the bookcase shield is hilarious.
And that was one of my worst videos ever. I made a video, didn't talk like the entire time. It's great.
Yeah,
We just called it like a tag along or something because I was like not speaking.
yeah, it was actually one of the funnier videos because like
it was one of my first videos.
She's just like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then like continued to do like practically the whole quest without saying anything, and then that was it.
I've gotten better at talking.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh my god, I've come a long way. And April?
Oh yeah, so April, we actually have the next.
Oh, you got the good month.
Yeah, it's one of the better months that OSRS has seen this last year. So for April, they came out with the fishing trawler overhaul.
That's the big one.
Yeah, that's the big one now. But so that's when they added the Kraken and actually quite a few additions to the fishing trawler, also making it easier to get the trawler outfit. So that's pretty cool. And also the next big thing is Temporos. So they came out with Temporos, which is the new fishing minigame, and it's probably, in my opinion, one of the best minigames in the game.
I love Temporos.
Yeah, and also added the new pet, all the stuff from that. So
cutest pet too.
yeah, I think it was really, really well done, and I'm really glad they put it into the game.
Oh yeah.
And this month they also added Below Ice Mountain, which is one of the bigger free-to-play additions to the game, I think, in a really long time.
Actually, a really fun quest too.
Yeah, a pretty decent quest, a really pretty
area. I made a video on that quest, and it was not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I made a couple videos. Those are actually my most popular videos.
Definitely by far
are
your
me
most
getting
popular
like the
videos.
Bear Knight Mace and the hammer and stuff.
Yeah. So it's definitely one of the better videos. Honestly, it's unfortunate because I think it is one of the best looking areas in the game.
It's so cool.
But I think it is like vastly underutilized. So it's kind of unfortunate.
I feel like they made it maybe too low level.
Yeah, it is very, very low level. Like it doesn't really even compete with like a lot of the other free to play stuff that's in the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
But it's like actually one of the prettiest.
Yeah, kind of like I said, like kind of like wasted potential, but yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go there sometime soon. It is really nice.
Yeah, so that's where you get the Bear Knight Mace as well as the Bear Knight Hammer, which I guess is nice for all players.
And Kando Hammer, yeah.
Not just the
I need to go and get those soon.
Yeah, I haven't
Which
got
we
that
have
on my
videos
main.
on our YouTube if you guys want to check those out.
Yeah, we do. We have guides on them.
One of them is not really a guide. Robert just named it that. Please don't in the comments say this isn't a guide.
Yeah, they're all the best guides ever. Most
every comment's like,
guides.
this isn't a guide. And I'm like, I didn't name it that.
Yeah, it's fine though.
It's fine. That was still an early video.
Yeah, it's okay.
All
but
right,
what's your birth month?
In May, this one kind of sucks because we never utilized this.
Oh, they added this
Game
to
room
the
tables.
yeah, they added them to the GE.
Yeah, we never used them.
Yeah, so
We
for
should try those.
anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, they added the game room tables that are like across, like parallel to the clans hall. They added that before clans hall.
Yeah. And next up on the list is actually clans, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it's just a bunch of little games that you can play at the GE, but they're not really utilized. I think they
No.
just want to be able to play the games because no one goes to the Birthwarp games room.
Yeah,
And it turns out
exactly.
just no one wants to play the games.
Just
They should just have rewards for them or something. Like if you win this many, you could unlock something random.
yeah, something
People would be
like
more
that.
likely to do it. You could even just do Fashionscape and people would do it.
The thing is, it's so brutal adding stuff like that because there's so many bots. It's like I was thinking to myself, like, oh, why don't they
Mhm.
just add like you can get like 10 coins or something? But
The bots would somehow make billions.
yeah, there would just be bots there 24/7. So it's like,
They should just add like if you win like a huge amount of them, you could get like a random hat.
yeah, maybe something like
Something
yeah, like
cool.
Fashionscape.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Fashionscape. That would be like cheap, whatever.
That'd be kind of cool. But then also they'd be making you do like some content that you'd probably not want to do.
I mean, I bet that the games are fun.
Yeah, probably.
Like
I've
Barbarian
never tried
Assault's
them.
fun. I like some of the games in this game. The games within the games.
The games in the gameception.
But yeah, the next one was, like I said, clans were added. Not something we use as much as I thought we would, really.
Yeah, it honestly I think was like way more hyped than was appropriate.
I think this is unfortunate, but I think because Group Iron Man was added later in the year, it kind of one-upped clans.
Yeah.
Because it was a similar concept.
I think the reason, honestly, clans was so hyped is because Jagex said that they needed to make the infrastructure of clans in order to make GIM.
Yeah. So it was just like a lead up to GIM.
It was like a stepping stone. So it was kind of a letdown, I think, for a lot of people.
You know,
Mostly because also like the clan hall is useless.
we totally would have used the clan hall if they would have allowed drop parties in it. We would have totally used it.
Yeah, like it's almost exactly like the Baronite or the what's that area called?
Just below Ice Mountain.
Yeah,
Dungeon. I don't remember.
the Blow Ice Mountain area. I think
Oh,
it
the
is-
ruins of Camdazol?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just like super under like utilized and underdeveloped.
There was some stuff
because-
that they could have added that people would be way more into it. I did love the cat Hannibal though.
Yeah,
He's a
no,
cutie.
it's definitely a really well made area. I just think like there's just like so much they could have done with it, so much potential for that area,
Mhm.
and it's just kind of like not used
Yeah.
by anyone.
I mean, the main thing that we were always wishing for was that you could have drop parties in there because we'd want to have drop parties with our clan and we'd have to do it in the Falador and then people would just crash.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Falador party room is cool for public events and stuff like that.
But if you're having just a clan thing.
But if you just want your clan to like enter to do drop parties or whatever, then it's like kind of just not a good answer anymore.
Yeah, that felt like a big missed opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. It would have been nice. It does still look really cool.
Yeah.
And I like the design of the clan area, but it's just like not the best.
I feel like it's also one of those things that if more people were into it, I'd be more into it. But like obviously that's not gonna happen. Like if everyone really liked it, I think one of the reasons I don't use it anymore is because people in our clan joined our clan and seemingly just stopped playing the game.
Yeah, we had like a lot of newer players join and then
Leave.
because I think that brought a lot of people to the game and didn't keep them there.
Yeah. Or people are
So-
making like new accounts. They're like, actually, never mind.
Yeah, something like that. So
Our clan it has like 150 members and there's only like 3 people who are ever online.
yeah, it's actually
And
kind
no
of
one's
weird.
talkative.
No, not at all. We do have like 1 or 2 active people. Shout out, I think Mistio actually still maybe listens to us. I think they said they listen to us.
Spoopy.
I know Mistio just because I still see them online sometimes, and they're like one of the higher level players in our in the clan.
Is that how we met Fat Guy Jeff in the clan? Or is it just the
Yes.
same time?
No,
Hey,
yes, we did.
Okay. So one of like our OG listeners.
Yeah, one of
the
our-
person that we've hung out
One
with.
of our first listeners, and like one of the first
Shout out,
people
Jeff.
to like actually be active in the clan.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So the clans did bring some good things.
No,
but
yeah, for
it
sure.
it kind of faded away.
Yeah, totally. It's also definitely like partially like my and Jagex's fault because like I didn't like put the most effort into like making like a nice community or whatever
We
you want
tried
to call
to
it.
initially. We tried. We were doing drop parties and stuff, but it's hard.
Yeah, but also I feel like they could have added like a lot more tools.
They
to
could have made it easier for us.
Yeah,
A lot of that pressure was just on us.
Yeah, exactly.
The next thing that happened in May, though, was the ranged meta proposed changes, which is kind of just
So
rebalances again.
yeah, so that's when the reason I added this because this is when they reintroduced nerfing the blowpipe and stuff like
They're like,
that.
we meant it when we said it 5 months ago.
Yeah, so that's the reason I added it because that was a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah, now I think we're all kind of used to it. By the time it was definitely shocking. I think we complained a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Like they definitely should have done it 4 years ago, but I guess it's better late than never. I don't know.
It's kind of funny how much of the stuff we're talking about that we complained about back in the day, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Guess it didn't really matter.
Yeah, it's true. But
Right.
going into the summer, we have June, which introduced the Theater of Blood story mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. That was really fun. I really like Theater of Blood.
It was pretty fun. You haven't done it since then, right?
The story mode?
Yeah, or any.
No.
I did this story mode once more with people from the stream, and it was fun. I did better that time than the first time, but
Yeah, I hope
still
so.
not the best at it.
Yeah, no. I still that made me realize how much I like raids in
You
this
like the
game.
idea of raids?
Yeah, I just like raids are still just so like hard because like I don't know. One because you have to find people that you can like play with and stuff like that, which is probably the hardest part.
Thankfully, now that we have like the Discord and the stream, it's easier to find people to play.
Yeah. And then it's also just like getting all the gear for it is also kind of like a hassle.
That's true. It'll definitely be hard on our DIMs trying to get there eventually.
Yeah, definitely. Well, at least you're able to much more reliably do like chambers and stuff like that. I think just like TOB because it is the second raid, like I feel like the floor for like gear requirements is like much higher.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm glad that they added it, though. It's nice to have like a lower level thing and see how hard it must really be if we were struggling that much with entry mode.
Yeah. And
It's
it
interesting.
reminded me a lot of like playing like or like doing raids in World of Warcraft. I really, really liked it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't have any experience with raids in any games.
Yeah, so
My raids in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
yeah, exactly. But they also added probably one of the most hyped quests in the game as of recent, which was a Kingdom Divided.
Yes. You know what? I actually regret not paying more attention to the lore in that.
Well, I mean, you're going to get to try it again.
I was going to
soon.
say, whenever I do it on my GIM, I'm going to pay more attention because I feel like I was so eager to just get it over with and get my quest cape back that I didn't really appreciate the quest itself.
Yeah. So I thought it was a fun quest. The boss fight was fun, but I felt like it was just like
Mega long.
way more running around than it needed to be.
If you didn't have the Xerix talisman, especially, that would have been brutal.
Like I had to use the like teleports in total between like my Cardist memoirs and the Xerix talisman. Probably like legit like 12 teleports.
Yeah, no. At least.
Yeah. And I was like,
and that'd be if you didn't forget to bring stuff with you and you didn't have to teleport back to a bank and then go again.
Yeah. And this is me like teleporting to my house to use my mounted Xerix talisman and stuff like that. So it was it was just like way more running than it needed to be.
Yeah. I think I remember mostly it being a good quest, but I'm going to appreciate more my GIM whenever I get to it. That's for sure.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I thought the quest overall was good, but they also added a new quote unquote boss. So Fasani's Nightmare, honestly, pretty cool boss, or it looks like a pretty cool boss. I've never done it, but I think Fasani in general looks pretty cool, and I've seen a lot of people fight Fasani's Nightmare specifically.
And with adding the Fasani Nightmare, they added the Metamorphosis for the Nightmare pet, right?
Yep, they did. Yeah.
Cool.
So if you want
kind of a new pet.
Yeah, kind of new. I mean, it's definitely like new enough, so like I don't feel like it was just like a rehash of the same pet, but
yeah,
even though it kind of was, but it's still like different enough that I'm not like mad about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then going into July,
we had the much awaited combat achievements.
Yeah,
which are actually still pretty relevant, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't been working on them as much, but obviously, like, even earlier today, I was mentioning the Slayer helms that you could unlock with them.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. And it's nice to see that. I mean, obviously, I am not a high-end player. I don't think Michelle would consider herself either.
No.
So, like...
if I can't do raids, I'm not high-end.
Yeah, just, like, looking at all that content, or all like the stuff that you would need in order to unlock everything, just seemed, like, so... out of reach of like ever happening.
Yeah, that's the only bad part is like I love now that I've like done, especially now that my achievement diaries are done, it's so cool seeing like quest all done, achievement diaries all done, and then knowing my combat achievements, I'm like, am I ever gonna be able to get that?
Yeah.
That part's kind of a bummer.
It is unfortunate, but what I was gonna say is it is nice because it does seem like
It'll keep you busy.
eventually, like it is doable because I've seen like a lot more people running around recently, or at least taking pictures of like all of that.
I've still never seen anyone with the helms.
I don't
Any of them.
I haven't seen any of them in person, but I've seen a lot of pictures
But we know
of
they
like
exist.
people on Reddit and stuff like that having
Yeah.
them. So overall, I'm definitely not. I'm like
You feel better about it?
I feel better about it because it does seem like it's apparently like much more doable than I had initially thought.
Yeah, I'm still a little intimidated, but not as much as earlier. Also, like, I feel like our accounts have both just come so far.
Yeah,
I was scared to even do Calfight Queen then, and now I just lived at Calfight Queen for multiple days this week.
yeah, and also I was like looking at like I mean obviously the like hard mode Theater of Blood is still like just like so far away.
Yeah.
But it's nice because yeah, a lot of that seems so like crazy, but seeing some people
Maybe
do
it's
like
not that crazy after all.
yeah, exactly. So that was nice to see.
Yeah. The other thing that was introduced in July was the Night at the Theater rework, which love that. Oh my
Yeah.
god. When they added like the full quest around it, it made it so much cooler.
Yeah, I thought the original quest was good, which I think was an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I didn't think it was good.
But like I thought it was good enough doing what I think it set out to do, which was introduce you to the raid.
Hmm.
But as far as the story aspect, yeah, there was none.
Yeah. And the story that they added was actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, it was interesting. Like, I would have read a book about that. Like, the drama in it was good. There was plot twist at every turn. That's just a good quest.
Yeah.
I was
definitely
afraid-
better.
I was afraid that they're going to make us do the Theater of Blood entry level again, though, at the end of it, but thankfully they didn't.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was
oh
so
no.
happy. They said as long as you had any KC there at
Yes.
all, you were good to go.
Bless up. I was like, I struggled so much the first time.
Yeah, that was when we did it with Odd Tempo.
We did Odd Tempo? Yeah.
we
Oh,
did.
yeah. Shout out Odd Tempo.
Yeah, shout out Odd Tempo from I think they're from the
They're from the clan, too.
Yeah, they're from the clan. So that was
Yes.
pretty
okay,
cool.
so we did utilize the clan a little bit this year.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun learning with them because we could have just me and Michelle could have just done it probably in the same amount or less time, but it was nice
Probably
doing
a
it.
little more time. It was
Well,
nice having a third person.
Yeah, it was nice having a third person for sure.
Yeah. But that's all for August. So,
For July,
yeah,
going
for
into
July.
August, we have one of the greater debacles of the year, which was Dead Man Reborn. So
Ooh.
Dead Man was pretty cool. I think I didn't
played
participate
it
in
for a little
it
bit.
because I'm just like really trash at PvP.
I didn't do any
So-
PvP, so I kind of got bored of it. I just like that you could level up so fast.
Yeah, so maybe you'll like Leagues more, but
Yeah, I'm excited for leagues.
yeah, so Dead Man Reborn, of course, for anyone that doesn't know, was a really, really popular event. Went for about a month, and you could level up really fast, you know, get as much gear as you can, and it was PvP all the time, everywhere. So,
Yep.
the only part of it that was a debacle is that the entire lead up was great, but the actual finale was pretty awful because it was DDoSed the entire finale.
Yeah.
And so the
they
winners,
might have to redo it next year, right?
yeah, they're talking about redoing it. I mean, I doubt there's going to be any rewards or
Yeah,
anything
there
like
was
that.
actually a cash reward of like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it was like $10,000 or something like
Yeah.
that. So, unfortunate it turned out the way it did.
Idea was cool. Unfortunately, some things went wrong.
Yeah, so that's fine though.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do better next year.
Hopefully.
But for the next thing, really not too much happened in August besides Dead Man. Really, just all the updates were about Dead Man.
Yeah, really.
And then Milestone 2 for Steam, which was they're slowly adding more and more features to Steam.
Oh, they're making it more like Runelight.
Yeah, they are literally working with the creators of RuneLight to bring more features to Steam. And so this was when they started actually rolling them out.
Yeah. And really, it's right because those are two like big things that happened. But now I'm like, damn, it doesn't feel like much happened in August.
Yeah,
If you weren't playing Deadman mode and you don't play on Steam, not much.
yeah, exactly. So
But
September, though.
we had the biggest drama of the year, I would say,
Yeah, potentially.
because that was the 117's HD plugin drama.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, there is an HD plugin by 117, and it's beautiful. It makes the game 100 times better. It's actually my favorite thing that happened this year.
Yeah, if you are using RuneLite
Oh yeah, you have to use
currently,
RuneLite, sorry.
then you can go into the plugins panel, look for new plugins, and look for 117's HD beta,
Mm-hmm.
and you can apply that, and it'll really add a lot to the game.
Yeah. And the drama was that apparently 117 had been working on this for like a year or over a year.
2 years, I
2
think.
years. And it was about to be released in a couple days, and Jagex told them that they couldn't release it.
Yeah, and Jagex had known about this the whole time.
They'd known about the entire time, and they waited until they'd spent literal years working on it, and then were like, psych, you can't do it. And there was so much backlash that Jagex actually had to change their mind and let it get released.
Yeah, Jagex was like, actually, that was a bad decision.
Actually, you guys all hate us now. And then they had the audacity to be like, well, we're going to do our own HD someday. I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen for like 25 years.
That was the most ridiculous clapback I've ever heard
the
in my
audacity
life.
of them to even say that. Ridiculous.
They're all like, oh yeah, we're going to come out with our own this lifetime.
They literally were like, we're not working on it. We're just kind of talking about it.
Yeah, it's like,
then why are you delaying this?
Yeah, it's like, I'm sure you're not wrong, but you're also just like
You guys are
not right
slow.
at all.
You have a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah, it's like, clearly this isn't the first thing on your plate.
Yeah. So thankfully, the backlash actually worked in this case, and we were able to get the HD plugin, and it's great. Like, every once in a while on stream last night even, I turned it off just to see like what the game used to look like compared to now, and I was like, oh my god, it's so ugly.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
It's like jarring.
In like specifically Canifis and...
Ooh, I do it in Karen too, because it's really pretty there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like not as pretty, you guys.
Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better. I know for a lot of people, they still like the look of old school and stuff like that. But I definitely think this was a bit of an improvement.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like actually my favorite.
I agree.
The other thing that happened in September was the Black Dragonhide wildy changes and the Din's nerf.
Yeah, so this was all the wildy changes that was
lots of
part
nerfing
of
going around.
Was part of the like the rebalance.
Yes.
From very early in the year, and it took them all the way until September to actually implement them.
I know that was a January thing that they started talking about it.
Yeah, this is when they nerfed Black D'hide to make it not so good.
Mm-hmm.
And also they completely nerfed and changed Din's Bulwark.
Yeah.
So, I mean, now it technically like does more damage, but I think overall most people would consider it a nerf.
Yeah, I don't use it, so I'm not sure how that really affects the game, but I know some people were definitely upset about it.
Yeah, I don't really use it too much. I've only ever used it for bursting and stuff like that for its special attack. But yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That one's not the craziest change.
Yeah, but I'm sure that I know that did affect a lot of people, especially the what's it called, the Black D'hide changes, because that was like one of the main things people would wear in the wilderness.
Yeah, even I use that in the wilderness whenever I have to go for clues.
Yeah, exactly. So that definitely was a big change.
Yeah.
I'm glad overall they made it so that like God D'hide is still the way regular D'hide used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
because it's so much more expensive, it better be.
Yeah, it's just so much more rare, especially for like Iron Man and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's just so much harder to get Blessed D'hide and stuff.
For sure.
But besides that, we have November, which wasn't too far away.
October. We both keep skipping months.
Yep, October, which also wasn't too far away.
And that was a big one.
Yeah.
That one's for you.
Oh.
I was waiting. You were waiting for me, and I was waiting for you, and I was like, I don't think he realizes.
All right.
Yeah. This is you.
So either way, in October, we had, something that was pretty big that's affecting us still, which was Group Iron Man.
Woo! Which I would be doing right now if my battery didn't literally explode.
Yeah, true. So, Group Iron Man was released in October, which was probably one of the biggest additions to the game in a long time. And it kind of like we were talking about, doesn't really feel like Clans was added to the game. More like it was added so that GIM could be added. So there was, I think, a lot leading up to it.
Clans walked so GIM could run.
Very much so. Very much so. So it's really cool that they were able to get that in the game, and I think they did a really good job with the like storage system and the loot system and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's still pretty hype. Like even months later, I know there's still like a lot of people, like big streamers, are still going at it.
Like me.
Yeah, exactly. So I definitely think it was one of the better things added to the game.
That was one of the better things this year for sure.
Yeah. And the final thing for
Ooh, the biggest
October,
thing this year.
no, but it was a really nice change is they made Rev Caves better. So for anyone that doesn't know, earlier in the year they nerfed Rev Caves and made Revenants pretty much useless. And
Guess
just
that
made
didn't make the cut on our list earlier in
yeah,
the year.
just made the area not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And so they actually went through and revamped the Revenant Caves once again and added more loot to the drop tables. This actually shot up the price of Avarice necklaces, which make everything in there drop noted, I think.
Yeah.
So that was a really big change. And
Some significant things for people who hang out in the wilderness.
yeah, I still see I still see PK clips of people in Revenant Caves, so it's nice to see that
Yeah.
it kind of brought a little bit of life back to that area.
Good. For November though, the one change. One thing is written down.
There is one thing for November.
Dual arena changes. So,
Yeah.
if you haven't heard, they changed it so you can't stake as much, and they are planning to completely replace the dual arena to get rid of stakers. What are they trying to get rid of?
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of like gambling essentially, but
People are still doing it. They're finding other ways.
people are still doing it now. They just are doing it via death matches in PvP worlds.
Yeah.
So, it's just a little less official now.
I mean, probably there's less people doing it now because they don't want to go there.
Yeah, there's
So,
probably less people. It's
They got
definitely
some people out.
it's definitely less accessible than it was before.
Yeah, with dual
which-
arena, it was like anyone could go there, just a ring.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, maybe that made it so that less people are interested because it's less regulated and stuff like that. Now you just have to like kind of, trade someone money if you win
Yeah.
or lose. And so hopefully its sketchiness will dissuade people from it.
Yeah, but that's like the only thing that happened in November because
It was-
there have been like no changes since GIM.
Yeah, that was really the only thing. Just also because like there's just like a lot of talk and like small quality of life improvements and talks about like the dual arena in general
Uh-huh.
and not really like any actual changes.
Yeah, like they haven't even gotten rid of it yet.
Yeah,
They just
exactly.
make changes.
They did.
That should be next year.
They did nerf it though, so it went from having an unlimited cap where you could, duel for billions and billions,
Yeah,
to now you can only duel for 10 million at a time.
it's very significant.
Very, very significant. So, but moving right into December, so
Woo!
the year or the month that we're in right now for one more day is the GE changes. So GE obviously had some really big stuff going on with it this month, especially since
the taxes.
they added taxes for the first time ever.
Yep.
So now they're taking a lot of money out of the game, which is really nice. Again, if you want to go see how much, you can go to thecrabtax.com
Mhm.
and go check it out, and it'll show you how much has been taken out, which I think last time we checked was over 300 billion gold.
It's actually insane.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot of money. So, but they're not just throwing all that money away; they are using a lot of it to actually
Create an item sync.
create an item sync again. So this, I think, has breathed a lot of life into the game as far as the economy goes, because they have made a lot of items much more scarce, which makes them go up in value. And
It's
just
good for people who like are higher end and can sell these things. It's bad for people who have been waiting, saving up to buy these items, and now they're like 50 million more than they used to be.
well, I also that's true, but I do think it is overall a good thing, even for the lower end players, because now it'll be like, cool, I saved up 20 million for this item instead of, all right, cool, I saved up 10 mil. So it's like it becomes more of a
I know what you mean, because
obviously
it's more
it's-
exclusive. I was like, but I would rather spend less.
yeah, it becomes more exclusive, but also like in a game, whenever you do get everything, it's like, what's the point? So I think keeping items that are the best more scarce is like really key for games, because I think that's one of the main flaws in New World
Mm-hmm.
is you can get some of the best gear in the game like almost right out of the gate,
Yeah.
which really kills it for a lot of people. Unless you're like me and my clan, where we chase like the 1 or 2% improvements.
Yeah.
Most people, once they get to like pretty close to end game, are done with the games. And so,
I feel like games like RuneScape, I'll never be done.
yeah, exactly. But if you could just like go buy a scythe for like after like being at Vorkath for a few weeks, then it's like
I don't know.
kind of lame.
I don't know how I'd feel about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also a dramatic way to say it, because even if the scythe was like lower It's still like 500 mil.
No, yeah. No, it definitely is. But there was points where it was getting down to like 400 mil, and it used to be 800 mil.
Yeah. It just sucks
So
for people selling. As
if
a
like,
buyer, I don't care.
yeah, it's just like if every year the price of high-end items halves, then eventually it's just going to be lame.
I mean, they would probably just add more items, but I know what you mean.
Well, exactly. Because then but they add more items, then you'll get power creep. And eventually
yeah.
raids 1, 2, and 3 will be worthless because raids 4 will come out.
All right.
It's,
I just like cheap
it's
items.
not that easy.
There was one other thing for December.
Yeah, the final thing that we actually made a guide on, which was the Christmas event.
Woo! It was a lot of fun.
I still haven't done it, unfortunately.
Oh wait, you need to do it. It's gonna go away like in a couple days.
Yeah, so hopefully I get to it and do it on my GAM. But either way, it's a really cool event.
Hopefully, as he just sits here doing laps.
Yeah, it's a really cool event, which does give you some cool Fashionscape transmog stuff, so you can turn your character into snowmen.
Yeah, a thermy one or a tempy one.
Yeah,
it's great.
Or a regular one.
Yeah. So, definitely my favorite holiday event of the year.
Yeah, definitely really cool. But I guess that's
our year-end review.
Yeah, pretty much it for the recap. Overall, I think it was a
a good year.
If you had to rate the year out of 10, 10 being like, dang, this content is nuts.
I'll say 7.
You'll say a 7?
Because it had HD.
Yeah.
It had shooting stars and had Tempros.
Okay.
And GIM. Actually, I'd rate it an 8 then.
An 8. Okay.
He doesn't like how I rate things because I don't take it as seriously as he does.
No, yeah. I take rating things very seriously.
He's so annoying about it. I'm like, how was this meal? And he's like, it was a 9. He's like, I can't say 10 because nothing's a 10. And I'm like, all right.
Okay,
what would you rate this year?
This year is probably
a 3.
Like a 6.5.
All right, see, there we go. Why?
Well, because no doubt they added some really cool stuff.
You love Tempros.
Yeah, Temporos is really cool. That's original content. That's really cool. GIM is pretty cool. Not really original content.
But you love HD.
HD is really cool. Not original content.
Come on.
Theater of Blood story mode. Fasani's Nightmare. It's just, not saying it's
Shooting
bad.
Stars.
By any Shooting Stars is original content. Or not really, because that's from regular RS.
Yeah, but none of us play RuneScape. Well, we don't.
So it's really cool. Not saying any of these changes are bad or anything like that, or it's like bad work. I'm just saying I think they could do a little more in making stuff that I haven't seen before.
Which hopefully should happen next year.
Which they are doing with leagues and with raids.
And with all the new quests.
And potentially new quests. Yeah. So
next year should be better.
That is cool. Definitely.
Maybe next year I'll change this year's rating lower. Depending on next year's.
Definitely looking forward to leagues and stuff like that. I think I've said this in the past, would like to see more content that isn't just seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Because
because they keep adding little events and I'm like, it won't really affect your main account that much.
Yeah, like one of the biggest events for this year that I'm sure took a lot of time was Deadman, which 1, I didn't participate in, and 2, lasted less than a month.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Weird.
Because especially a game that's, 20 years old, I think 8 years old for Osrs.
Mm-hmm.
That's like not very long, 1 month.
It's so weird because whenever it was happening, it felt so long. It actually felt like 3 months.
Yeah, so it's like, I'd really like to see content like that still. I'm not saying it should go away. I'm just saying we should also have content I can do next year.
Yeah.
That comes out this year.
That's fair.
Which is why I like Temporos.
I think that next year will be a lot of fun.
I hope so.
There will be a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping so. Obviously, there was a lot of technical issues and like work restrictions this year that I don't think are going to be fully improved next year, but I think people are getting more of a workflow going into next year.
Yeah.
So I think that'll definitely improve the situation. So I am really hopeful for next year.
I'm hopeful for next year too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let us know what you all think.
Yeah. Definitely.
Let us know what you'd rate this year 1 out of 10.
Yeah. Tweet at us and let us know your rating for this year in review. Yes, please. But I guess since we're done with that, we have quite a few questions that we are going to be going through.
Let's just zoom through them if we can. So the first question, this
is all from a viewer on the Twitch stream, Cyrus.
Shout out Cyrus. Cyrus had 4 questions, I think.
Yeah.
So the first one was, do you think ACB will crash after Nyx? I don't.
No.
I
I
know.
don't think so.
Because next, I don't think is going to be like some of these things where it's just like a temporary people going there all the time, then they leave. I think
Yeah.
people are going to stay at next because it's
I
going to be the new best in
I
slot,
I do think the price will go down. I
but not
don't I
crash.
don't think it'll crash. Like, just for anyone that doesn't know, it used to be 20 mil. Now it's between 70 and 90 mil, depending on what day you look at it.
I could see it going to like 60, but
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's not going to go down to like 20 mil again till maybe years, if
Yeah.
ever.
So that's just like anything, I wasn't around when like other content came out, but like I'm sure whenever Corp came out, like BGSs and Dragon Warhammers went like through the roof.
Yeah.
So it's just like that'll always happen. I'm sure it'll go up. Maybe it'll hit like 100 mil when it comes out, and then yeah, I could see it settling between like 50 and 60.
Yeah. I could see that, but not, I wouldn't consider that like crashing because it's not going back to the original.
No, yeah, yeah. I definitely don't see it being anywhere near where it used to be.
Definitely. The next question by Cyrus. Do you think that the Dragon Hunter crossbow will crash as well, even though it's unrelated? And this, I was actually looking up on my phone. I didn't realize the Dragon Hunter crossbow went up in price.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
significantly recently.
So it actually went up a lot. I think that one will crash.
I do not think so.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel
just
like,
because
well, this
there's
one actually
no
might be
reason
more
for it
related to the
to.
item sync. This one might not even be related to next at all.
Yeah, I don't think, because there's no reason it would go down in price. It's not on. I don't think it's on the item sync list.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, because, okay, I'm looking, and November 3rd, it was 64 mil. And December 29th, it was 83 mil.
Yeah,
That's
so
nutty. I didn't realize that was even a thing.
yeah, it's slowly been going back up since.
I thought it was random when they asked. I was like, well, that's strange.
Yeah, since the economy like took a real downturn, and then now an upswing, it's been going up very steadily. So I
Yeah.
don't think in particular the DHCB will go down, but if the economy does, go in a trend back down again, of course I think it will lose some
Mhm.
money, but because it is I think it's on the mega rare drop table, just because of that. And then I think it could only really go up if they ever decide to add it to the item sync for the GE.
Yeah.
And because it's just because it's so specialized, I don't see it going down in price.
Yeah, because I was thinking it could be lowered if a bunch of people are selling them, like maybe to get money to spend on the ACB, but it is so specialized, it like people would want to keep it.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't sell my Dragon Hunter crossbow. I'd find other stuff to sell.
Yeah, it's I mean, this is like definitely a shot in the dark, but I still don't see this happening. Like, obviously, we don't know how the new items are going to affect your ability to kill enemies such as Vorkath.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as there is no weapon that supersedes the DHCB at Vorkath, I don't see it going like down any significant way.
Yeah. Their next question: how do you think this will affect the future of OSR's economy? And we asked them to be more specific, and they said, like, how do you think next in general will affect it? And I was thinking about this, and I think potentially it could lead to some more expensive gear, like not crashing, but lowering a little bit because like people are now going to be wanting bandos more. I think bandos will go up in price more because
Yeah.
everyone's going to need it. But I could see like other gear leading up to bandos, just like kind of crashing because no one is using it really.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, bandos is also really expensive, so who knows?
Yeah, overall, I only really think this will affect the directly related items such as
Bandos
bandos.
and armadillo crossbow.
Yeah, just because like you might be right, but also like Bandos is so far removed from Obsidian, for example,
No, that's true. It probably
that
wouldn't
like
really affect it.
they're not even related. Like that'd be like how does you being loud at your house mess with someone in a different neighborhood? Like
Yeah.
it just like is such a non-factor.
No, that's true.
And
That's
so,
why I started changing my mind halfway through. I was like, but actually it is so expensive. I don't know if it even
yeah.
counts.
And it's just like so it's definitely going to like add I think it's going to be like Fasani 2.0 honestly, because like Fasani is also a group boss for the majority, and so besides Nightmare, and that also introduced some new like top end best in slot gear, which is still best in slot even
Yeah.
with the addition of Torva armor. It's still like very, very high end gear that's still very, very expensive
Hmm.
and out of reach for most players. So I think this is just going to be exactly like that, and it's going to continue to be like a boon for players that want to grind there and a non-factor for players that don't.
I kind of agree with you. I think you've changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
The last question from Cyrus is, how do you think these items will affect the Peking community? And we'll speculate. We don't PK. I don't think it will. I think it's kind of like what
also
you
don't
said
think it
about
will.
neighborhoods, like them not being related. Because I don't think that. I mean, like I said, I don't PK. I don't think that these items are used by PKers.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you're totally right. Just because, again, like how often it's not like you don't see it, but how often do you see someone out there with full inquis doing like death matches or
Yeah,
something?
I feel like most PKers use mage, first
Yeah,
of all. So
yeah, PKers use mage or they switch to bandos for the AGS spec.
yeah.
Like it's stuff like that that
So
I
it could
think.
affect them with the bandos prices, but I don't think it's will significantly affect them.
Yeah, I think if you look at like really high end PKers, like Reese, for example,
Hmm.
they often PK in like 1 bill plus in the Rev caves and stuff like that. And like for them, that just made it so their max hits bet like higher now.
Yeah,
That's that's the type of people it affects is people that can regularly risk 1 bill because that's how much this armor is going to cost.
which is definitely just the minority.
Yeah, so for you, if you're fighting an absolute max and you're like an experienced PKer, then this affects you. But I think for the most people, it's just like, oh, this is new
It's
gear for
unrelated.
me to kill, Fosani easier or
Yeah,
something like that.
exactly.
Like it's not really that big a deal for most PKers. I mean, they might like it's definitely going to be really interesting with the weapons in
Hmm.
particular because, for example, I see a lot of nightmare staffs in Peking because nightmare staff has one of the best specs in the game.
Yeah. I mean, let us know if any of you PK and what you think because we're just guessing.
Yeah, exactly.
We
This
don't
is
do
this is
this.
just from like my limited knowledge. I don't
Yeah.
actually PK.
I have even less knowledge, so let us know what you think.
Yeah, so I definitely think the weapons might have a place in PKing, which would be really interesting to see.
Hmm.
But I also think that's going to be the same case for like raids 3 and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But yeah,
In
I don't
general,
I don't think
probably
the
not
I don't think the
much.
armor is really going to make that big of a difference at all.
Yeah. Our next question is from Matt. So Matt asked, "What is your favorite RuneScape version of a real life thing? Like, for example, Romeo and Juliet or King Arthur?" I hate to steal from your question, Matt, but Romeo and Juliet, 100%. I love the story in this because it's kind of like how Romeo and Juliet really was. Like, Romeo's kind of just like an F boy, and like
Yeah,
he's just a little player, and they knew each other for like 5 seconds, and they're like, "All right, let's kill ourselves." So
Jesus.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, literally.
yeah,
But I really like the RuneScape version of Romeo and Juliet. I think that quest is hilarious. So that's definitely my favorite. He also did not have an answer, by the way. I'm
yeah,
not skipping his answer. He wasn't sure.
yeah.
Yeah, mine's Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, well that's uncreative, but
I know it's very uncreative, but
this
I think I've talked
this
about
is
often how I really like that one.
probably a more difficult question, but I would probably go with Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, for Frankenstein?
Yeah, just because obviously I think Frankenstein, a lot of people, it's like obviously a really famous story, but I don't think a lot of people have like read it.
A lot of people don't understand that Frankenstein, or the monster, is not the bad guy.
Yeah, the monster is actually the good guy and was just a person that was trying to be dead that Frankenstein like brought back without any good reason
I
or
don't think I even realized that until like last year because I've never read it. I don't even think I've watched Frankenstein movies.
yeah,
But
like
Frankenstein's monster is the sympathetic character.
yeah, he's like a mad scientist, but he's actually just like literally insane
Yeah.
and brings this amalgamation of a person back to life for literally no reason.
This person just wants to be dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really actually do like the story that they
And
did
and
for
that yeah, that's how they depict it in this game. It's just like this like complete idiot
yeah.
like messing with stuff
They
and
make
like
it way more obvious in the game as well that you're supposed to sympathize with the monster that's brought
yeah, and the
back.
monster's like, "Yo, what am I doing?"
He's like, I don't want to be alive. And then
Y-
he's kind of just stuck watching over his tower, basically, or his
Yeah,
home.
exactly. And
It's kind of
so
depressing.
yeah, so I'd pick that one.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Our final question was from CMYK on Discord. I realize in my head I say Kamik.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They asked, what is your favorite RuneLite plugin? Theirs is inventory setups. It makes gearing for bosses and other activities super quick and easy, especially if you use the bank filler option. I don't even use inventory setups.
No, I've never even used
But
that.
I think it's similar to how we use tabs.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite, I've mentioned several times today, HD 100%.
Yeah?
HD is my favorite. I mean, there's probably some stuff that if I got rid of the plugins, I'd be like, oh my god, what happened? But now that the game is so beautiful, like, I can't go back.
Yeah, for sure.
I cannot go back.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I think I would have to pick the plugin based on like how much it affects me as a player.
Uh-huh.
And I think the most well done one would be Quest Helper. Just because, like I said, it is so incredibly well done.
It is too
that
helpful, some would say.
Should be removed from the game. But besides that, actually the thing I use by far the most, like it's not even relatively close at all,
Yeah.
is going to be like Loot Logger.
Oh yeah.
Just because
that was really nice.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
I mean, there's so many good RuneLite plugins. It's actually really hard to just choose one.
Yeah, either Loot Tracker or Loot Logger. For anyone that doesn't know, Loot Logger is the same thing except it tracks it over. It can track it. I think Loot Tracker can also do this, but by default, Loot Logger tracks all of the kills you've ever had, or in one session if you would like. Whereas anytime you close the client, Loot Tracker resets by default.
Yeah, which is unfortunate if you're trying to make a video and you need to count of how many things you've killed.
Yeah, so
happened to us.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I think there is settings so that you can make it so that Loot Tracker keeps the information forever or whatever.
We haven't tried because now we just use the other one.
But yeah, I just use both because one, that's how I knew how many tokens I needed for the Warriors Guild.
Yep. That's
how much I know I get from birdhouses, from miscellaneous or managing miscellanea.
Yeah.
I use it so often that
it's really handy.
Even though it's one of the most basic plugins, it comes with RuneLite. That would have to be my choice.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I like that one.
Yeah.
Let us know your guys' favorite too.
Yeah, let us know.
There's so many.
It's pretty much like a discussion video, so let us know what you think about
let us
all
know
this
about
stuff.
Anything we said, really. Like, tell us all of your thoughts. We love to hear it.
Yeah, but I think that's gonna be pretty much it for the episode. What do you have planned for next week?
I'm just gonna be trying to get more Slayer helm recolors, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't have like a detailed plan for this. Just gonna be doing Slayer, point boosting, so I have even more points for more heads eventually.
Sick.
And on the GIM, maybe just doing some agility.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's it. What about you?
I want to keep going on agility for a little bit. I'm not sure because I'm like I said, I'm kind of playing it in between playing New World. I've been playing New World this whole time and RuneScape this whole time.
You should stream New World today.
Yeah, maybe. But I also just got enough. I'm like a couple away from having enough tokens in order to get full graceful, which is pretty nice. It's kind of an achievement for the GIM. Oh my gosh,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so
I'm still working on my third piece.
Just gonna keep working on that. Like I said, I'm gonna be working on getting the Slayer mask, turning into a Slayer helm, and working on maybe fishing and stuff like that, and also just getting my Slayer hire. Just everything all around.
Everything, just all the skills.
The account. I'll actually start bossing very soon. Gonna go to Barrows.
Yay! You're gonna get all the runes.
Yeah, I forgot to mention I spent 200k and upgraded the Ivan staff. So.
Oh, cool.
I'm almost
more prepared.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I actually went on that entire like tirade of like of range in like Slayer so that I could actually unlock a better ranged setup because I missed like 10 times in a row on Arams.
Yeah, this was a really roundabout way of getting ready for Barrows.
Yeah, so I've just been really gearing up for Barrows because, well, one...
You tried and it didn't go well.
Well, yeah, I tried and it didn't go well, and two, Barrows, for anyone that doesn't know, has some of the best, if not just straight up the best gear for bossing before...
Bandos.
Yeah, Bandos. It's like, to get Bandos, it is very ideal to get Guthans.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that. Or like
we all need to be able to do Bandos.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or
not Bandos, Barrows, sorry.
Barrows, yeah. So,
that's exciting. So you could hopefully do some more before next week.
Yeah, and you don't get gear that often, so I'm going to need to do a lot of it. And so what's nice is it does give you...
Here's hoping you get often and you get repeats for everyone.
Exactly. It gives you... It's a great boss. It gives you some of the best gear you can wear, which I can nearly wear, so hopefully I'll have that knocked out.
Tons of runes.
Tons of runes that allow you to recharge your Ivans. Money, so that you can recharge your Ivans. And so overall, it's just a really, really good boss.
Yeah, I need to probably work on being able to go there as well.
Yeah. And so,
We'll see. Now I'm really into my main again, so we'll see what happens.
yeah. So I'm just going to work on doing that, getting up my account and making it look a little bit better. So by
Awesome.
next week, I'll almost certainly, God forbid, something else happened. I'll have 1250 total. So that'll be nice. So I'll just start
You get
working.
really into New World.
Yeah. I'll just start working towards 1500. So,
Awesome.
yeah. That'll be cool.
Exciting. If any of you would like to follow us on social media, our Twitter is Bunebapeosrs. I've been trying to tweet more. Our Instagram and YouTube are both Bunebape. And our Twitch is twitch.tv/Bunebape. I stream 5 days a week around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come around, hang out. I have a little schedule on there too, so you can go and check that out. You should turn your notifications for our stream because some people don't get it. I have notifications on, so I think it's just other people's settings at this point that
Yeah,
aren't showing it.
maybe. Also, sometimes the notifications go through just like hours and hours.
Oh my
late.
gosh, sometimes at like 12:30 in the morning, I'll be like, Bunebape is live. And I was like, I've been live for 4.5 hours. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So that's fun that happens. But yeah, come by, hang out. Thank you all for listening to this. Let us know what you think about this year in general. And I'm so excited to see what next year will bring us.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Hopefully,
you.
you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Meet mer.
Meet mer. And then